that on February the 26th, the US allegedly evacuated a number of ISIS members to the Sabah al-Khair Center, 20 kilometers south of Hasakah, which the US forces are using as a center for training militant groups. According to one version, the US is going to use the evacuated ISIS members to create security threats across Central Asia. In late 2017 and early 2018, reports appeared that the US had already redeployed some ISIS members from Syria and Iraq to Afghanistan. The ISIS threat will serve as justification for a continued US military presence in the country. Military garrison in the Omar oil fields area in the province of Deir ez-Zor. Considering the US attempt to maintain a military presence in Syria for as long as possible, Washington may see the Syrian oil and gas resources as useful tools to gain additional financial revenue from its occupation of the eastern part of the country. A video has also appeared allegedly showing two US-led coalition Black Hawk helicopters landing in the area. On March, President Donald Trump's statement last week that the US will withdraw forces from Syria very soon, his country is expanding its military presence in the war-torn country. On April the 3rd, the Turkish state-run media reported that the US is setting up two bases in the area of Manbij, which is controlled by the US-backed Syrian Democratic Forces SDF. The US is reportedly extending an observation post in the village of Dadat and has started construction of another facility south of Dadat. Earlier, about 300 additional US soldiers, accompanied by armored vehicles and construction equipment, were deployed to the Manbij area, strengthening the US garrison there. On April the 2nd, CNN reported, citing several US Defense and Administration officials, that the US military has been working on a plan to deploy dozens of additional troops to northern Syria. On April the 3rd, Trump softened his position on the troop withdrawal, saying that the US still has to contribute some efforts prior to making the decision, which will be taken in coordination with their allies. On April the 2nd and 3rd, rumors actively circulated online alleging that the US-led coalition had suffered notable casualties in Syria. According to these reports, a pro-government group, National Resistance Forces, which allegedly supports the Assad government, has shelled a US military base in the area of Raqqa with Grad rockets. On March 30th, a US military column was allegedly targeted by an IED blast on the road between Al-Hasakah and Tel Abyad. Reports claim that 2 cars were destroyed, 6 US service members killed, and 8 others wounded in the incident. Local self-defense groups acting against the US occupation had allegedly planted the IED. Another US military column was reportedly shelled with heavy machine guns on the road between Manbij and Raqqa, also on March 30th. The attack allegedly resulted in the killing of 2 US servicemen and the wounding of 8 others. On April the 1st, 7 US mercenaries were killed and 10 others wounded in an attack by 4 gunmen in Al-Shadada. Initially, these reports appeared in a few Russian telegram channels, referring to some local sources, and were then repeated by a number of blogs and media outlets, aiming to gain additional views and attention. However, all these reports lacked photo and video evidence to confirm the alleged casualties among the US servicemen. According to Syrian experts, these rumors are most likely a soft version of the Russian mercenaries story, when the mainstream media claimed that over 100 Russian fighters had been killed in the US-led coalition strikes in the province of Deir ez-Zor. The key difference is that the Russian fighters' story was a coordinated media campaign, while the US casualties story looks like an attempt made by some media activists and outlets to expand their viewership.
As what we're seeing from Russia right now. We know that President Putin recently said, "Listen to us now," as he showed the video, animated video of some of the technology that Russia has. And of course, it was played down by U.S. forces were playing down the video that Russia really doesn't have any capabilities that really amount to anything. Well, Russia just recently showed this video only a few hours ago showing their technology with yet again another type of anti-aircraft missile defense system, not specifically meaning against airplanes, so to speak, but another huge rocket similar to that of the Satan II that was being used. And this thing here is incredibly fast. You know, and you talk about supersonic, Russia's not kidding when they say that their missile systems are supersonic. As this thing was test fired, it made the camera not even be able to keep up with it. It was unbelievable, the speed of this particular rocket here. They show several different times where the rocket goes out. Now, whether or not the film footage is sped up or not, I can't say myself, but nonetheless, even when the camera was trying to follow this rocket coming out, the camera could not keep up with the rocket. We had that. Of course, we know that Russia just retested the Satan II just the other day. Yet again, another troubling situation as we see these things unfold. And then we have near